unless there's questions of the chair, I will turn it over to the report of the president.
All right. Well, good evening. I want to mention our fall enrollment. Kind of a good news, bad news sort of thing. We were down, but the good news is we were down only 1.2% in credit hours, and we've built the budget actually expecting about a 2% decrease, so we're a little ahead on our budget forecast, which is always good. Have to thank the PR and marketing and the enrollment management services area, and you got to tour, the board members, you got to tour the wonderful new One Stop, and you met some of the folks there, but I give a lot of that praise, and I know Dr. Haney does also, to the good work that they've done in student development and really revitalized and changed how we do our student recruitment, really. I had a chance to talk myself to some of the recruiters, and it's we're really following up now and doing the kinds of things we should be doing, and so that's helped a little bit. I will mention that it seems like COD is always getting mentioned, but their report is they're down 7%, and JJC, Joliet, down 2.5%. So a number of our peers, while there's folks like us down 8%, it's more common as we got the data to see 3 to 6 or 7%, something like that down. So we're happy to be here, but now we want to go farther, of course. So. And the emphasis we're putting on this, and we've talked about it a lot, is retention right now. And then as we prep, and of course we will be soon for next year, we'll be talking with you about some of those initiatives at the planning retreat on October 18th. So, yeah. We talked already about the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, but I'll mention just briefly why when you hear Rich Anderson say there's a long-term threat to our ADN programs, our nursing degree programs, because many of the hospitals now are shifting what they call magnet status. And in that magnet status, you get more points for having more bachelor degree prepared nurses. And some of the hospitals are also requesting that. So that's part of the impetus of moving towards that. We mentioned October 18th, we'll have the soft opening for the science building to thank our legislators. Mention that again. And I just want to say then, finally, that thanks again to the effort of the enrollment management. So that leads me to ask Dr. Haney if he could talk about our student success update.
All right. For our student success update, I'm going to have Karen Laven talk about a guaranteed transfer initiative. One of the things that I spend a lot of time talking about with faculty and staff, we do two things here. We prepare students for employment, and we prepare students for transfer. And one of the ways that we're preparing students for transfer is to go out and secure guaranteed transfer agreements with some of our top transfer schools. So Karen's going to go over where we are today and the good work that's been happening in that space. So I'll turn it over to Karen.
All right. Warming up. Coming on. Well, thank
Chris?
you. This will be.
Chris?
This will be very brief. Thank you for a few minutes to update you on our guaranteed transfer initiative. And you can see what our goal is. What we had started a little bit over a year ago is we wanted to increase the whole transfer process and the number of students that were transferring to four-year institutions. So we started to contact our four-year colleges and universities, and we started having conversations about our students transferring to their institution and what it would take for them to guarantee our students a seat. Okay. Transferring to a four-year institution for a community college student can be confusing. Words like articulation, or we have classes that are quote-unquote IAI classes, which is the Illinois Articulation Initiative classes that transfer. It can be very confusing to a student and intimidating, and we have students that may not even have a lot of confidence that they're able to transfer. So when they come here and they tell us that they're interested in transferring, we want to keep that momentum. We want to give them more confidence and opportunities on the ability to transfer. And so having a guaranteed admission agreement really is exactly that. It's very simple. It's not articulation. It's not a mysterious process. It's an agreement that we have. It's out on the website. Our counselors sit down with the students, and it literally tells them, you need this GPA, you need to take this many credits, or you need to finish an associate's degree. It's all outlined in black and white, and the student coming in will know if they're interested in certain programs or certain schools, if they're one of our partners, that they will be able to get guaranteed admission based on their academic performance at CLC. So regardless of how they did in high school, it's a fresh start for them, which is fantastic for them. Right now we have 19 partnerships. These are the schools that we are currently partnering with. We took a look at our top transfer institutions and we started contacting those folks. And from that point, we had some colleges actually, through networking, express interest. We started working with those. And most recently, we have 5 right now that are actively in the process of writing agreements with us. We started to find out where the high schools, our local high schools, were the most popular colleges and universities that they were going to. So, for example, Mizzou and Marquette, we may not have a lot of students going there right now, but our high schools do. So we're in the process of working with them in addition to a number of other schools.
Karen, just for a point of information, does this include any of our students that could enter their bachelor degree nursing programs out of our nursing program?
I know Herzing, they're all different. So for example, ASU, they opened their entire catalog to us. UIC, they opened most of their catalog. Some of their programs or colleges, they didn't. Herzing, I know a number of our nursing students go there, and they did open up their nursing program. I have Tammy Morales here with me. She is our international student recruiter, and she's been a partner with me on this, along with Cindy Sullivan, who's not here. So, and they're all different. So it's important that a student. So, for example, Southern, you're in. It depends. They're all a little slightly different requirements. One off is a 2.5.
Maybe you could give that information to Rich. I think that might help in our pursuit of the bachelor, the BSN.
We have some articulation
Direction.
agreements with universities for nursing that we could provide.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but the big difference with these are guaranteed versus
Right.
an articulation agreement.
And guaranteed is the important.
Yes.
So Tammy did say there are a number that do have the nursing program.
We have a list we can provide.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Yeah. And I wanted to give you a few statistics too on this. So we were all working with different colleges, so I'm not exactly sure the details of each agreement, but that's good to know. So as we're doing this, we're assuming we want the students to transfer. It's a big initiative. This is going to be such a great thing. But we also want to make sure that we're going to be tracking this and make sure that, because there's a lot of work that goes into this. And so within the last 2.5 months, you approved our CRM system. It's up and running, not fully, but it's functioning. And so in the last 2.5 months, through our CRM system, we've tracked 226 inquiries about the guaranteed transfer admission. 55 students have gone into our counseling department, and they've declared, so they have to fill out a participation form. And what happens from there is we notify the university, or they go to the university directly and they notify us, and then the advising from both of the schools starts. So the goal is to decrease the amount of swirling, decrease the number of unnecessary credits, really get them their associates, create that pathway with the university hand in hand. So we have 55 students that have already declared that they want to be part of this with one of the institutions. We have a website, and we've had 5,972 views, and 70% of those, so views, not people, just views, they've hit the website. 70% have been returning, which means that they went back to look again, which is really fantastic. And we've done a little bit of marketing. We're really starting to build up now that Anne's here. We're going to be working a lot more on getting the word out. So this is with not a ton of advertising. We've been working with the high schools and letting them all know. But we sent one email out at the end of July, and we got 1,300 hits on our website, which was really exciting. So we're really excited about this. We think that this is really going to benefit our students. And oops, I'm not sure what happened. I'm trying to go to the next slide.
Carpet just went away.
Oh, there you go.
They just left.
Okay, the next slide.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just use the arrow. Use the arrow.
On the keyboard.
Yeah.
They're leaving the drill.
Now we have 18.
Yeah, can you do it for me, Derek? It's the last slide too, so that would be good. Yep, that's it. So really, what's the benefit to the student? You can pretty much read all of those benefits to the students. And we have our website, everything's out on there again. It's clcillinois.edu/guaranteed transfer. And are there any questions? Yeah.
I have a question. So does a student have to make this decision when they're incoming into CLC?
No.
Okay, because I can see that somebody's not really sure what they want when they first come. So at what point do they have to declare and focus on this?
Yeah, so we work, I mean, again, each school is a little different. Probably UIC is the most restrictive because they really, they want to know this kind of more upfront than the other schools. But there really is not a deadline. So a student can finish, and of course our students go part-time predominantly. So a student can finish a year's worth of classes, they could finish a year and a half, and then come in and say that they want to do it. And then we'll sit down with them. It would behoove them to come in early because we want to create a pathway for them. But we do know that they may not be sure. We'll try to provide them more career services counseling to help them better understand. And then really it's a learning experience on the different schools. I mean, one of the schools is in Paris, France. So it's very exciting. It's a business school. It's AACSB accredited, which is very important. And they offer their students a guaranteed internship at a large corporation in Paris, which is.
And we have a student who's enrolled.
We do, yes. We have students who
We're going to
declared
follow
that
her.
they're- Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the other piece too of it is Trinity University, they threw in a $14,000 scholarship that's renewable, meeting a minimum grade point average. And Northeastern said we won't charge the students an application fee. So we're trying to get some bonuses in there for our students too, any scholarship funds that can happen for them. But we tried, as we're working with the schools, we tried to make it as flexible as possible for the student, but we're trying to really get the word out more to our students because we do want them to know coming in, this is an option, and the sooner you can decide if this is something, if you want to go to Arizona, if you have the means to go to ASU, we want to start working with them.
Well, and ASU is all online.
Yeah.
They can do online or they can.
Yeah, online degree.
Yep.
Yeah, so they don't have to even go, I mean, Paris is one thing.
Yeah.
Would you rather go to Paris or to ASU?
Forgot to mention Dr. Haney's request for the site visit.
Yeah.
That's
Been denied. Okay, all right, other
All right,
questions
that's it.
here?
One last thing.
One last question.
I was at a party the other night and someone was talking about CLC and I was mentioning the ASU connection and a lady spoke up that her son is going to be going to ASU next year and he's a student at CLC right now, but he found out about the program because when he was an incoming freshman at Warren High School, they talked about famous people that attended Warren High School. And the president of ASU is from Warren High School, and that's how he made the connection. So, they also talk about Chairman Bill Griffin as famous people from Warren High School. But all he can do is say, get a trade.
And just one last thing, because I'm just so excited about this, and then I promise I'll stop. These these partnerships will just lead to more and better. One of UIC said, we'll give you the names and all of the contact information of the students that we didn't admit. And we said, thank you. We will get them academically prepared and we'll send them back. And so, you know, we're hoping this is just the tip of the iceberg. And our international students, sorry, I will stop. One of the big recruiting, you know, carrots is that when a student's coming from overseas, they really want to know, where's my son or daughter, or where am I going to be in 4 years, not 2, because again, the whole transfer process from community college to 4 years is very confusing, especially in other countries. So this is really fantastic for our international students.
And every university and college agreed to have this agreement for domestic and international, which is a really big game changer for international and domestic, because we're really the only Illinois community college right now that's doing this type of program and has this portfolio of colleges and universities in it. So besides the city colleges working with UIC and ASU working with city colleges, we really truly are the only Illinois community college leading this effort. We're really amazing. A year we've gotten 18 colleges and universities with big names, top research universities partnering with us. So it's really great for recruitment.
I think we're even beyond that, because I'm on that AACC board, and I mentioned it because we had Davis Jenkins there, the big researcher in community colleges. He said, that's just a great, you know, it's just a great idea, and the other people are going, what is that? So it's good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, ladies. Thank you, Rich.
Well, let me say thanks to everybody who's been involved, Karen and Tammy, and they've done great work, and I couldn't be more proud. This is good work here.
Yeah.
This will help demystify that process.
Yep. Well done.